Hey everyone, welcome back to Connerty Meadows Farm. Today's video we are going to make what I call truffles. And it takes 2 ingredients. That's it, just 2. 1, a brick of cream cheese, and 2, Oreo cookies of your choice. I usually make a number of different varieties so I can have lots of different flavors. You can get the golden, you can get the mint, you can get the regular. Super simple. Now before I had a mixer, I would crush the cookies by hand. Now that I have a mixer, let's take the easy way out. Go ahead and plop the cream cheese in pieces into the mixer and then throw in your Oreos or name brand, it doesn't really matter. Sometimes the cream cheese sticks a bit, so you might need to help move it around and break it up a little bit. Just go ahead and keep spinning until it's all kind of evenly coated. Take the mixer out, and then it's as simple as rolling it into balls. And you can make these in whatever size you like. It is going to be super sticky and messy. And then once you have that all done, you're just going to go ahead and pop them into your freezer overnight. It is really as simple as that. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you, I'm using a family size pack here. We use a family size. You also use the bigger thing of cream cheese. So I decided to go ahead and just mix up all of the Oreos first. So I did about half the package. I took some of them out. Now I'm going to put about half the cream cheese of the tub in, mix them. And it's the exact same process that I did with the golden ones. You can see it's all mixed. I finished the package, put the other cream cheese in, scoop it out. And again, we are just gonna go straight back to rolling them. I just put wax paper down so that they didn't stick. These ones were a little bit wetter. It depends. Sometimes they're wetter, sometimes they're more chunky. I also made these ones a little bit smaller so that they would go a little bit further, just because the other ones I found I may have made them just a touch too big. But again, it's however big or small you want them to be. I was making lots of treat packages, so I wanted these ones to go just a smidge further, so I made them a little bit smaller. I'm just gonna finish up here with these, and as you can see, your hands just get absolutely filthy. This is not a clean thing to do, but trust me, they taste really good, so it's worth it. Go ahead and same thing with the other ones into the freezer. Had to move some stuff around. Our freezers are pretty full. And you're going to go ahead and you're going to melt chocolate. And to the chocolate, you're going to add a little bit of oil. And you're going to keep your heat between 150 and 175. 200 is way too hot. So between 150 and 175 degrees Fahrenheit. And you can use melting chocolates. If you don't have melting chocolates, chocolate chips will work. Just make sure you do add some oil that will add a flavor, so sunflower oil, vegetable oil, or whatnot. Now here is one of the forks that I use, and this is my dipper. I really don't know the name of these, or I can't even really direct you where to get them. I bought them when we lived in New Brunswick from a specialty store years ago. So yeah, I don't know, you call it a chocolate dipper or chocolate fork dipper, I don't know. So into the melted chocolate, I have the white one here, and I did put wax paper there down, and you can see I just used the little flipper there. And what I use the spoon for is to take a little bit of the excess chocolate off, and then you just flip it over, and sometimes it'll stick to the back and it'll leave some of the no chocolate, so you just dip it back in, put some chocolate on it, and then you can move on to the next one. Now it's important to move fairly quickly, or if you have a big batch, to keep them in the freezer and only take them out in small increments, because as they thaw, it becomes harder to dip them. So just try to keep them as cool as possible. And you can see I'm using the fork to help pop it onto the little round dipper. And so I work with all of the instruments together. They work very well. And I've been using these to dip chocolates now for 10 plus years, and I do a lot of chocolates. So once they are dry to the touch, you can go ahead and put them in a container, and you can freeze these. These freeze absolutely beautifully, and you can leave them in until you need them. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to repeat this same process with the chocolate ones, and as you can see, these ones are a smidgen smaller, and that's fine. Again, I realized that I needed to make these go a lot further, so I did make them a little bit smaller for that purpose. Now, what I am going to do, and you'll see here in a few minutes, is I'm actually going to take colored melted wafers, melting wafers, and I am going to put them in the microwave on 30-second increments with a little bit of oil. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to put a different color on the top of these so I can tell, oh, these ones are chocolate. So normally what I do if I have multiple different flavors of things that all look the same because they're all dipped in chocolate, I'll do a dot on one flavor, a line on another flavor, an X on another flavor. Then you can use a different color of melting chocolate for other flavors. That way people have a flavor guide, like a legend. And that is how I make my truffles. Very simple. Just the dipping takes a little bit of extra time, and you can see, nice delicious treat. All right guys, thanks for hanging out with us on the farm as we make another treat in the kitchen. We'll see you next time.